Chris Cuomo is seeking $125 million from CNN after being fired. Cuomo was let go, you may recall, in December for helping his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, fight sexual harassment allegations. Cuomo's lawyer alleges that his bosses knew he was helping his brother and suggested that they helped as well. Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz is returning to his old role on a temporary basis. It comes after current CEO Kevin Johnson announced that he's retiring next month. Starbucks will likely name a permanent CEO by the fall. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates 0.25% in an effort to tackle soaring inflation. It's the first increase in years and will lead to higher loan rates for Americans. The Fed also says that there could be 6 more rate hikes this year. Meanwhile, gas prices remain high across the country, with the national average hovering at around $4.28 a gallon. Joseph Spector, the New York editor for Politico, is here to break down these sky-high prices at the pumps. Thanks for joining us. So, I hear politicians are working to perhaps help us out a little bit. What are states doing to help drivers fuel up without breaking the bank?
That's right. That's what residents are asking. What are you doing to help us? And that's where states come in. Governors are being pressured to lower their own state gas taxes. Now, we're not talking about if you have your gas at $4 and change, you're going to see half of that. But, states are looking at small reductions at the pump, whether that's in Georgia, that's agreed to a 29-cent excise tax that they have on gas to suspend that until May. You're seeing a similar move in Maryland. Florida just did it this week to a 1-month suspension of its gas tax. That'll be in October. And other states are considering it as well. California has the highest gas tax in the nation at about 55 cents. New York, somewhere around 30 cents, is also considering it. So a lot of states are considering it. Some have done it, and we'll see what's done on the federal level, too. That's the other piece of this.
I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I can't imagine it's going to make a tremendous difference when you're filling up your gas tank. But I suppose it will make a difference when it comes to the coffers of the state. What kind of impact will rolling back gas taxes have on state economies?
That's right. And that's the crux of the debate, whether or not these gas tax holidays, quote unquote, as they're being called, really have much impact with consumers. I mean, sure, they help a little bit. But the flip side, and those who oppose it say, wait a minute, these gas taxes are used to help fund roads and bridges and infrastructure, transit authorities as well. And also environmentalists are not thrilled with it because the money does help pay for some environmental causes as well. But at the same time, if states can take a step to help alleviate some of the pressure people are feeling at the pump, that's what governors are trying to do. Now, I mentioned the federal effort as well as a congressional effort. A lot of states are waiting and calling on the Congress to do it as well. There's talk about lifting the 18.4 cents federal gas tax next year, or at least until next year, that should be. But so far, there hasn't been any movement. Why? Because a lot of that money is used to help pay for the big infrastructure bill that was passed by Congress.
So, I think people sort of get confused as to why sometimes the prices go up. Sometimes you see something on the news and then like 5 seconds later, your local gas station is jacking up the price. And you're like, how did this happen so fast? Oil prices are nearly back to pre-invasion levels. So why are gas prices still high?
Well, I mean, that's where you're finding all of the issues, right? I mean, people are seeing record high gas prices and they're wondering why. And so they turn to who? They turn to probably their local officials and say, what's going on here? What can you do to help us? And that's where governors are facing pressure. And they're facing pressure in a critical year. There's something like 30 or more governors facing election this year in November. So if they could go around to their state and say, hey, we did something to help you out during these difficult times, well, they view that as potentially advantageous for their own political futures.
Joseph, thank you very much. All roads lead back to politics some way. Thank you.